I've read online as recently as yesterday that you and JBL hate each other, do not get along.
Yeah.
You have to, you have a restraining order against him.
No,
It's
bro.
but seriously, I have actually. I love when you do bring up the interactions that you and JBL have had in more recent years, because there are people that still, if we have like a post out and someone will just be like, oh man, well, is he going to tell the JBL story? Is he going to, be like, oh, JBL this, JBL that? And it's like, we talked on the first episode, JBL was one of the first people to post on social media congratulating you on starting the podcast.
He had me on his YouTube show.
Yeah, like I
where
don't understand why people are still
he had a YouTube show for WWE, and I showed up at a random SmackDown. Of course, I asked for permission, so anybody out there, just don't show up. But I went through the proper channels and came by a WWE show just to say hi. And he's like, "Hey, you want to be on my YouTube show?" And I did something with Heath Slater. And
Oh, is this the JBL and Cole show?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I did something on there, and just like a little run-in,
Yeah.
And then, like you said, he was the first person to retweet that we're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
And it boils down to this: people always, like, anytime there's like a major story, people remember the initial headline. They don't ever read the retraction that happens down the line, where they can, say something about a guy and it's a big headline, and then the newspaper writes a retraction. They hide it on like
smallest print. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we kind of fucked up there. But the headline was me and JBL had this fight on a pay-per-view. Okay. We didn't get along. We made up. And it's amazing what happens when two human beings talk out an issue. We had this issue. It was underlying, whatever. The shit happened. And then we got in a room and we talked about it. And it was like a lot of cleansing that happened. Now, other people have beefs with him, whatever. That's between him and them. But between me and John, JBL, we talked our shit out. And it was just like, huh. And it's just like, if we had done that maybe when I was in the WWE at the time, I wish I would have had, like we talk about time travel. I wish I could put my 47-year-old brain in that younger body to where I could have just, maybe said, hey, man, what's up? But I let shit fester inside me and boil up to a point where I probably could have taken the better route. Like, I mean, what he did, all the stuff we went through sucked.
Yeah.
But, it was crazy times. Pressure. There's a lot of pressure when you work in WWE. So pressure and then, friction are a recipe for disaster.
Everyone was able to kind of look in the mirror, say, okay, what did I do? What did you do? What did that? And moved on from it. So that's
right.
So hopefully fans will stop. Otherwise, maybe bringing this up now, fans are just going to tweet nonstop about it. So,
dude, I got to laugh at it now.
Yeah.
I just laugh. Like, somebody mentioned me in the tweet, and then like some jerk off posts a meme thinking that it's going to hurt my feelings. Like, somebody says something about Blue Meanie in the comments. There's a GIF or GIF, however you pronounce it. Somebody will post a photo of JBL like I'm supposed to go, oh, you hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Dude, you're the idiot, because for the since 2005, 15 years ago, we've squashed the fucking beef. Me and JBL, they brought me in for that SmackDown. That was a SmackDown Raw Super Show. And I worked JBL that night, which is on YouTube, and WWE Network, which, but if you watch the YouTube version, there's the chair shot Stevie gave. And, it was a total fucking accident. And it was a potato. And JBL was gracious enough. They said, hey, man, shit happens. But then JBL went and told me, hey, man, just go online and say it was a receipt. Say it was a receipt, I was like, all right. And here's another thing a lot of people know, and I'm not mentioning names. There was somebody behind the scenes that was going to try to use that chair shot as leverage to get Stevie fired. And they called JBL and said, "Hey, you okay?" And JBL was like, "Dude, I'm fine." "Are you sure you're okay?" "Yes, I'm fine." And somebody was going to use that as leverage to, get Stevie fired. And JBL stuck up for Stevie and
freaking Hollywood Nova.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that fucking cat.
I've been waiting for that heel turn on Stevie.
Fucking Bucci being a fucking Cowboys fan. And me and Stevie are two Eagles fan.
Yeah.
The BWO, that'll be our.
I was just joking, but now that you're saying this, there's starting to be some real.
That'll be our true Hollywood story. And then they find out Nova was a Cowboys fan. Yep. Son of a bitch.
He was a Cowboys fan. JBL wears a Cowboys hat from Texas. So basically what we're saying is Nova actually set up the entire JBL attack at the pay-per-view.
Nova
paid him going back in time. Wait a minute, but now JBL is part of the APA where you could pay him to go beat somebody up. This is all making sense. So basically what we've just found out is that Nova has been behind all of this. He is the mastermind behind all of this. Internet run with this.
I think we've cracked that cold case.
I think we did. It's all.
Is Robert Stack still alive? So we can do the whatever that fucking show was.
We have no, but we've cracked the case here.
I'm Robert Stack.